I believe nothing is certain until it occurs. Hope remains while the Menhir stands. Lord Yvain carries a heavy burden, and he's looking for balance. He's searching for a solution that preserves both our people and heritage. His heart is true. Well, at least that's what I chose to believe. Action without wisdom is merely motion. And what's the point in that?
That is actually great. That's a great line. Oh my god. That was a really, really good line. Just action without wisdom is just motion. That, I mean, just that was really good.
I know. That's what makes this difficult. He trusts what he can see and touch. Gold, contracts. He struggles to believe in possibilities beyond immediate danger. I love him for his caution, but some crises demand we stand firm. Compromise how? Leave my ancestral home to be consumed? What cannot tear our Menhir from the earth? I've packed essentials should the worst come, but I cannot pretend to accept what I believe is wrong. Fear can be overcome. My husband is stronger than he knows. Our ancestors faced plague, war, and famine without abandoning this land. We must be equally resilient. Eadbert will understand once we weather this storm together. But the Menhir reacted to you. And you're an outsider. You must have seen the wordness yourself. Tell me, truly, what would you recommend? Should we stay and fight for our heritage, or flee like Eadbert wants to?
Are you kidding me? True. That's true. That's also true. See, I wish these were maybe 10 instead of 15. Because I do like this one. Oh, sorry. Personally, I like that one. Sometimes true courage means knowing when to retreat. But
how diplomatic of you. But sometimes fence-sitting is just another form of cowardice. I asked for your counsel because you have a connection to the Menhir. Something truly extraordinary. If even you won't take a position, then I must trust my instincts. And my instincts say we stay and fight for what's ours.
great.
You startled me. Startled me.
Tiny jar, small jar. Tiny and small again.
Just passing through. Good.
Big.
Just passing through. Good.
Bread, cheese.
You need something. You startled me.
Okay. So, I think that's one thing that's got to get fixed. Because that's very much telling you, like, you need to have, like, one main stat rather than a couple main stats.
Just passing through. Good.
So,
Just passing through? Good.
alright. Let's see about this house, because we never gone in here either. Oh ho ho. Milk. There it is. Milk. Cider. Alright. Oof. Oof. Oof, oof, oof.
You startled me. Welcome to my home, stranger. Whatever brings you here, know that the Langfords were always known for hospitality, even in times like these. Sit down. Have a drink with me.
Oh.
This is precisely what you should expect from the Langfords. This place has seen better days, sure. Used to be full of people. Now no one bothers, not since things turned sour. But it's still mine. I was born here, and I'll die here. Let those damn Camelers try and drag me out. That said, do you have anything we could drink?
Here. Why?
Finally! Someone with proper manners. Everyone else around here just takes and takes. I've nearly forgotten what kindness feels like. But never mind all that. Come, sit. You're at home. What's the word out there? Still cheering and selling cabbages while the world rots beneath their feet?
What happened to your family?
They happened to themselves. Misfortune, betrayal, weakness. By the time it all landed on me, the gold was gone and the doors were already closing. And somehow I'm the one everyone points at. And go where? Wander the roads like some beggar? My family has lived in this town for centuries. I'd rather be crushed beneath the stones my forefathers placed here than abandon them. The Camelosians? Upstarts and pretenders, the lot of them. And now they strut about, issuing orders about the weirdness coming. Convenient excuse to drive me from my ancestral home, isn't it? Have you now? Convenient. Listen, stranger. Fog and strange lights don't make a catastrophe. This island has always had its oddities. The Langfords have documented them for generations. What you saw was probably just marsh gas or one of the old ruins shifting. They've manipulated you, just as they tried to manipulate everyone. But I know better. This house stays, and so do I.
Don't you want to survive?
Survive as what? A nobody scraping by, begging favors. Better to die remembered here than live forgotten out there. All alone? Not quite. There's one left. A servant. Stays up in that shed on the roof. She doesn't talk much, though. She's probably waiting for me to croak, so she can sell the place for scrap. But she'll be waiting a while. I've outlived better people.
Like a cockroach? I mean, kinda what it seems to be.
My uncle's betrayal is what started it all. He convinced my father to invest the family fortune in a new mining venture in the northern hills. He said the ore will make us wealthier than ever. Ha! The mine flooded, the workers died, and the council demanded reparations that bled us dry. Then the vultures descended. Merchants calling in debts. Neighbors turning their backs. My father died of grief. And I inherited nothing.
I don't know. It's not so much that as it is this. Like,
Leaving already? Go on then. Back to your...
hey, I did have a drink with you.
Ah, a visitor. Let me guess. You've been chatting with the last great Langford downstairs? I could hear his booming voice from up here. Always the same stories, the same complaints. Sell it? To whom? This place is worth nothing but memories and rot. And if I wanted him dead, I wouldn't have spent 30 years cooking his meals and washing his clothes. So, I've heard he told you about the betrayal, the mine, his poor father dying of grief. You want to know what really happened?
NANI?!
There was a mine, that much is true. But it wasn't his uncle's idea to dig. It was his. The last great Langford heir, barely 20 and already gambling away the family fortune in Camelot taverns. The mine was his desperate attempt to recover his losses. He ignored all the warnings, water pockets, old miners who refused to work there. He hired desperate folk who didn't know any better. When it collapsed, 27 miners died, and not a single coin was spent on their families until he was forced to pay up. He blames everyone for his family's downfall, except himself.
Oh my. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Trying to stretch. I think that's what it's about. A little bit. What about his father?
Sir Senric was a good man. He didn't die of grief. He died trying to make things right. Traveled to every family that lost someone, offering what compensation he could. Worked himself to exhaustion trying to salvage the family name. The night he died, our noble heir downstairs was passed out drunk in the gambling halls of Camelot. Didn't even attend his father's funeral.
Right, let's go. Just give him a good right hook.
The Camelotians offered to help. Some lady wanted to pay half of his debts out of respect for his father. The young drunk threw a wine bottle at her and called her a vulture. There were 12 of us left when things got bad. Loyal folk who stayed even when the pay stopped. For months, we used our own savings to keep food on the table. His table, mind you. Then winter came, and the food stores were empty. The old groundskeeper froze to death in his cottage because the Lord needed the firewood for himself. The others left one by one. Only I remained, foolish old woman that I am. He knows it's real. That's the most pitiful part of his charade. Sometimes at night, I hear him at the east window, watching the mists with a spyglass, whimpering like a child. But to admit that it's real would mean admitting the Camelotians are right, and he'd rather die than do that. Last week, it took the old mill at the edge of town, turned it inside out. Stones became light as paper. Water flowed upward. Not for him, for the promises I made to his father. Watch over my son, Lord Senric asked me as he lay dying. He is lost, but perhaps one day he'll find his way. 30 years I've waited for that day, but now, with the weirdness coming, even promises must sometimes be broken. Whatever you decide to do, don't linger too long. Some ends come whether we're ready or not. I've packed my things. Soon I will leave, with or without him. I've fulfilled my promise for long enough. And why would I want to leave with him? I think I've carried this burden for long enough. That's the cruel truth of it, isn't it? 30 years I've kept him alive, And what thanks have I given? None. But you're right. He wouldn't last a week without someone to cook his meals and tend his fire. Even his self-pity needs an audience.
Ah. Dang. The music going on right now reminds me meh. Yeah. Oh my god. Look at how much I got. Look at how much I got. Bro, it's a lot.
You need something. Back so soon? That old crow. Don't believe a word she says. Been addled for years. Probably told you I'm some kind of monster, did she? Always had a talent for dramatic tales. Not this nonsense again. The Langfords have weathered this house has stood for generations, and it will stand for generations more.
Dang it.
Begging. The Langfords respond to reason. This is my home, and here I remain. Go, if you're so convinced of this danger. Join the other cowards.
Dude, I don't need to leave. I can survive it. I'll just be eternally hunted down by a weird knight, never given rest, and yada yada yada.
Oi, you there, Sleeping Beauty. I saw them carrying you into Yvain's mansion.
Which time?
You feeling better now? Good. Would have been a shame if something happened to the one who lit up the Menhir. No wonder they brought you straight here. Tell me, did you get to see our lord? Or just that snake of his, Anselm? Sorry, stranger. I meant no offense. Name's Morag. I'm the innkeeper around here, though, as you've probably seen, there's not much of an inn left to keep. Truth is, I was hoping that, with what happened at the Menhir and all, you might have Lord Yvain's ear. And maybe you'd be kind enough to whisper a thing or two into it on my behalf? Because he doesn't bother listening to us common folk, even when our livelihoods are at stake. If we're lucky, we get to air our grievances to Anselm, but wait for the Lord's decision is always his answer. How long can we wait? We're not some lazy nobles. We don't just get to put our lives on hold. We've got to eat, damn it. And unlike him, we have to work for our meals.
Emotional damage!
Camelot shut down my inn. Said it was because of the Red Death, but the Red Priests have been here for ages, and they never had a problem with my place. And the last I checked, Yvain's still our lord, not one of those Camelotians. What gives them the right to meddle in our business? I know. I was here when the outbreak hit. lost some of my best patrons. But the Red Priests have it under control now. Every new case gets carted straight to the asylum, and we haven't had one in a good while. I tried talking to the Camelosians. They told me to piss off. Now it's my only hope. Thank you, stranger. All I want is a straight answer. The least you could do is make Camelot pay me some kind of compensation. Damn bastards coming here acting like they own all of Connacht. I'll wait here for you.
Dang. I think it's telling me the upper one.
Stay quiet. Stay safe. Just passing through? Good. You startled me.
Hi. Nothing's missing. Don't worry about it. Run.
You startled me.
Oh wait. Oh.
If I just stay put, everything will be just fine. Ah, you need something? I should stay out of trouble.
That'd be a good idea.
Ah, you need something?
Staying out of trouble would probably be a good idea if you know how to actually avoid it. I look for it. There's a difference. Yeah, it's not a great idea, but it happens anyways. Terrible condition, really.
I should stay out of trouble. Ah, you need something?
I know. I already asked Anselm to tell her to wait. But Morag's a stubborn one. Honestly, what does she expect me to do? I'm not about to argue the legate over one inn. Not when there are far more pressing matters at hand. I don't doubt that. But Connacht is in a precarious position. I wouldn't be surprised if Denholm shuts the inn down out of fear of rebellion. And I'm hardly in a position to challenge his decision. We all have to endure these inconveniences a little longer. Well, surely she's been given some sort of compensation, hasn't she?
She hasn't.
Oh, that is unfortunate. I can see why she's upset. Very well. Tell her she'll be paid part of the damages from my coffers. And I'll speak with Denholm about her situation. When I have the time. I can't offer more than that. As long as this stalemate with Camelot holds, reopening the inn is out of the question. That's my final decision. Now, Was there something else?
Yes.
What news? The people I told you about. Have any of them agreed to join me on the quest for the Holy Grail?
All three.
Ah, now that is truly wonderful news. You've achieved what seemed impossible. I'm grateful that fate has guided you to my side. With Nyante, Magat, and Ifra, we shall strive to restore hope to the people of Kurnocht. You've done me a great favor, so allow me to repay you. Before I depart, know this. You brought change to Kurnocht and earned my deepest gratitude. Let my repayment be the blessing my lineage received from King Arthur himself. Be the shield that watches over Kurnocht, as House Terion has done for generations.
Nani? Another origin potion.
I am his oath, the weight of duty that shields the faithful. I am the wall between order and ruin.